Hello, we're Starvaders. We're back at it. Let's get another run going. Yesterday we played a very fun Kaia run. Got started with Claw Trap, repositioned two like very strong cards for Kaia, and then I think we just started duplicating Claw Trap using Starter Fluid, which was tons of fun. Towards the end, we picked up a volley, and I think the volleyball had a very strong showing on Kaia. So like the volleyball makes like this invulnerable beach ball, and every time you strike it, it bounces to an empty tile next to an invader and like blows up basically. I think Kaia was able to really take advantage of this by like pulling the beach ball into her traps, which like triggered it multiple times. And sometimes when the beach ball bounced to an empty tile, it is actually able to bounce onto traps and trigger those traps, trigger itself, keep bouncing around. This did a lot toward in the final fights, and I was pretty happy with how things went. In any case, let's get right back into it. Let's see who we roll today. Garu again. Did we play Garu within the last three? I don't think so. We have played Kaia, Surashun. Okay, well, we're back on Garu again. Well, why not? Let's see what we can get up to today on Garu. Okay, we're up against the Eclipse. Recess is fantastic. Yeah, we're on Academy, Abyssal, and Spectral. Yeah, Recess is good. I know Psychic Beam. This is a card that actually got changed, if I understand correctly. It used to be that it sacrificed all of your summons, and then each of them fired a beam that struck 4 tiles above. I'm not exactly sure why they changed it, but I think it's still a totally respectable card. Swap is pretty mediocre for us. I think there are some heroes like Hallie that would really love a card like this, but not us, not today. Flight's probably pretty good, not gonna lie. But yeah, Recess reducing spell cooldown is pretty good. Psychic Beam is also fine. I think these two are just good cards to start with. Psychic Beam should give us enough volume to handle most of the early encounters, but again, you know what I love to say, never say never. Something could always go wrong, so you gotta play as well as you can to prepare for it. This is tempting. This is very tempting. We're starting off with 3 rerolls, and that's not too bad of a modifier, and a random legendary artifact could be game-changing, but I do kind of just want to pick up... I just want to pick up my spells this early and see like the direction that our run is going in general. Although, I kind of want to have a little bit of fun out here with this. Cloudy might be tough. Cloudy might make for a very challenging encounter. I do just kind of want my spells. It's okay. We'll figure something out later. Ah, yes. I remember now. Something very fun we can do on Garu against these Boomer Pluses is, because they're technically a bomb, we can haunt them using Nova Control, and then blow them up with Blast Fire. Pretty nice. And then, yeah, I think I'll just kill this one, kill a few more Swarmers. So we haven't used any of our reroll tokens, so I'm not super pressed to kill this Time Angel. Although it would be nice if we did. It really would. I think my next goal will be to just, run my turret up here. This will cause the Rocketeers to fire close to me. I think I'm going to pull the same trick I did earlier. Yeah, this will actually allow us to kill the Time Angel. Even though I said it's not strictly necessary, it's always nice to get that bit of extra cash. I think, yeah, this will finish out the fight pretty easily, and we'll move on. Whew. All right. I kind of think it might be a little too early for Meteor Fall, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's all chill to just do it now. We already have some semblance of a foundation for a deck that can cast it lots with this Arcane Recess. Maybe we can just look for more cards that help us with that. I don't know. I'm tempted by Meteor Fall every time I see it. I think the responsible pick here would be to pick up Attract. It's a totally serviceable spell. It for every 3 cooldown, it basically just like kills 2 invaders, or at least deals 2 damage wherever you want, which is very strong. But I want to live a little bit today. I want to see what I can get away with. Yeah, you know, a second spell. Why not? And this one also has boomers in it, which, just like before, will be very helpful, I think. Yeah, with this, we have killed a good chunk of the enemies. I guess, yeah, Psychic Beam is kind of awkward with Garu, given how things are, because your summons continuously push themselves backwards, which is not great when your attack requires you to be just 2 tiles in front of your enemies. Yeah, I think I will still. Oh, God, that tick blocked me. I should have thought at least a little bit about that instead of doing whatever this is. Okay, that works out perfectly. Alright. Fantastic. Yeah, I think I'll just pick up a symbol. It's totally serviceable. Helps us find I think a symbol is going to actually make Psychic Beam a lot better than it currently is, because this lets us on demand put something out on the board and like real fire up Psychic Beam. Pretty excited about what that'll do for us, but in the meantime, let's do a little shopping. Alchemize. I think Alchemize's got a lot of potential here. Yes, although kind of tempted to pick up Nemesis as well, but I think I should get Alchemize going, to be entirely honest with you. It's just a strong card. It produces a card in our hand, and it as in exchange it reduces the cooldown of each spell by 1. This first line of text is generally a good thing because it lets us remove the worst cards from our deck. These usually, I think the first on the chopping block are going to be these steps, but something else that we can do is to get rid of the junks from our hand. Oh, not a huge fan of either of these artifacts, but I suppose we could always reroll once just to see what comes up. The double burst fire could be kind of sick, could be kind of nice. There are some. Garber also has some artifacts that synergize with cards with fire in their title. That could get us somewhere. That could get us somewhere. I do think I should restock once. Double burst fire, there is something there for sure. Yeah, it doesn't even count as a move, which is very nice against the Eclipse. Yeah, you know what? This card's actually never let me down. Whenever I played it on Gunner, I think it's gonna serve us pretty well here, but I could be proven wrong. Let's pick it up and just move on. All right, Eclipse. Bit of a tough customer as far as everything's concerned. Yeah, I think I will purge a step with that to speed up our spell. Speed up or cut off with spell generation or whatever you would like to call this. I guess with that, we're gonna trigger this no matter what. Yeah, I think I'll put the bomb here just to kill the 3 of those guys. Nova Control actually is extremely helpful in this fight, for what it's worth, which I can appreciate. I guess I don't necessarily mind purging the second step. Having 2 in the deck is probably enough, but we'll see. Alright, we're almost able to cast we're almost able to cast Meteorfall after a lot of work. Alright, so that will take yet another bit of pressure off of us. I think yeah, I think something we can actually do here is to move one more time, which will, yeah, spawn yet more of them. In addition, I also kind of want, oh, interesting. I didn't know that if you burst fire and your summon dies mid burst firing, but the next summon that you haunt is the one that fires the second shot. That's probably useful to know in some like very specific circumstances, but wasn't exactly useful here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, we're gonna Meteor Fall. Get a lot of money from the 2 echoes and clean up everything. But yeah, that has effectively won us the game. Or not the game, but this card. You understand. We have won the run. We have won the boss fight for the Eclipse. The run, that's still a little bit early to call, but a man can dream a little. Jester, Tracer Rounds, the Egg. I think Tracer Rounds... Tracer Rounds could get us somewhere. The Egg as well. I don't think we're in a position to use Jester, although whenever this boss artifact effect does work, it brings me an immense amount of joy. Tracer Rounds has some interesting applications. How much excess stuff are we firing? Because I know Burst Fire is going to miss some amount of the time. And we have all these... We have like the turrets that are firing bullets every single turn. I kind of want to reroll this once, because... Oh wait, no. What am I talking about? I guess, like... I actually heard somebody in the community talk about something yesterday regarding Garu, and I am at least a little bit inclined to agree in that Garu does not come with a lot of ways to discount his cards. He has like one, like the, what is it? The other pilots all come with some inherent ways to like generate mana over time. He doesn't. There are some artifacts that can help with that, but like because of how his base kit works, anything that generates mana is like inherently more valuable, and the egg is something that does that. Whenever a card leaves your hand without being played, reduce its cost by 1 until played. This will mean that when our turrets gets a little too expensive, that can help us if we just draw too many cards on a given turn, and some of them get like naturally discarded. That will also get seen by the egg. This is a artifact that rewards you for drawing lots and lots of cards, and once we pick it up, I think that's exactly what we're going to look to do. I think I'll pick up an artifact to see where this goes. What is waiting for us here? Oh, some pretty tough customers, but not gonna give up easy. Interesting, for sure. Yeah, let's just kill that one and done with it. I will actually do this. Yeah, the more cards we draw, the better we will be at utilizing the egg to give us discounts. It's going to be very helpful. I think I will kill these spiders now that we have the chance to. That is a tough choice. I genuinely wonder what the best way to play this turn is at this juncture, because we need to deal with this guy, but there are a few ways we can deal with it. We could blast fire this guy, walk up, then burst fire, but that would get rid of one of our 2 turrets, which I kind of... Yeah, Alchemize really makes this turn a lot more complicated, because I'm not entirely sure. Oh yes, I guess we can actually use that trick we learned earlier and kill this guy off early. That still fires that way. Yeah, then we can blast fire. I think I will alchemize this step after all. I should have used the Nova control before alchemizing. I think that is probably true. And you know what? Let's Nova control here just to kill this one blob. I know it's not all too efficient, but it gives us a little bit of breathing room to try to get more stuff going. I do think we will finish channeling Meteor Storm in time, but it is by no means guaranteed. I think, yeah, once again I'll get this guy out. Actually, this will give us... I was thinking I would draw an extra card just to feed into the egg, because again, the more cards you draw and don't play, the more mana it provides you, but turns out that was just a good chance to do some damage. think this effectively wins us the fights. Yes, because that's going to be 15 damage next turn with Meteor Fall. I'm just not going to do anything else. We could probably do a bunch of stuff if we wanted, but like just... This frees us from the burden of thinking. We can just kind of chill. Ooh. Flare gun. Flare gun's got sauce, especially... Yeah, especially after we've picked up the burst fires. I think we're going to be able to play our turrets very consistently. Anytime that Garu and Sura as well gets access to like discounts for their summons, it is huge for them because one of the things that they can struggle with consistently is that like while having a few of their own summons on the grid, it becomes very difficult for them to summon extra ones because of this mana penalty. But Flare Gun's really going to help us solve that issue. Yeah, this just sounds annoying. I don't know. I guess we can reroll once, no? Although, I think there's something to just seeing a tactic slash move that could draw us more cards. Yeah, the Gunner's got a bunch of those. I think I'm gonna give this a shot. I genuinely just want us to find some card draw now that the egg has entered the bloodstream. I think, yeah, I do want to do that for what it's worth. Although maybe I should have cast Recess before everything else. Yeah, I probably should have cast Recess before Assemble. That would have given me an extra trigger on the... how should I say it? It would have guaranteed that the Meteor Fall would land on the spell reduction would land on the Meteor Fall, which would have been pretty good. Yeah, the one thing I'm really gonna be worried about are these Broodmothers, which will spit out ticks just like that. What do I do about that? I'm not entirely sure. Well, I guess we can start us off by killing at least one of them. But yeah, I'm not feeling great here. Just two more turns. And then we'll be fine. Again, the Nova control won't be... Oh, this'll get us there on time. Oh, you have to actually play the fire card. I thought this was like the egg where we got paid off for not playing the card. Like it leaving our hand without doing that, but... Oh, I think homework is exactly what we asked for. Earlier I was like, oh, I want some more card draw to go with the egg, and they gave it to me on a silver platter. We already have a lot of mana generation with these two. I think homework is exactly what we want. Copycat's a fine card. It helps us duplicate one of our best cards. But the trouble usually is having both Copycat and a good card in your hand at the same time, but it is what it is. Eternal is a very good movement card because it also comes with this one card draw that you can control like pretty precisely if you wanted. If you have a very strong card, I think the last time I had something similar like this, a good setup with Eternal was on a Stinger with X/Slash. You're able to play the card you want, Eternal, get that in your hand, and then do it again. But I will be picking up Homework here for the reasons I discussed before. It's a very good 1-mana draw 3, and I think it's going to really help us out here. Alright, Men's Workshop. Oh, Toy Gunner. That is one of the best cards, I think, in the game. Gar loves this because it does an incredible amount for him. Like, I don't even know what to say about this other than that it just makes this insanely powerful summon that continues to generate you value over and over and over. There is no chance in hell that we're not picking this up, so I'm just gonna do that real quick. I do think also there's something else we can do is pick up Refresh. This card shuffles, yeah, it shuffles our hand and discards into the deck and draws us 3 cards. This synergizes with the egg in multiple ways, in that before we have a lot of mana going on because of the egg, we're able to use this to trigger the egg on every card in our hand, because all of those will get shuffled and all of those get shuffled back into the deck, which counts as leaving our hand. But also, after the fact, if we have excess mana on a turn, we're able to use Refresh to basically, first we play out our entire hand, and then we use Refresh to draw a fresh 3, if that makes any sense. We will be picking that up. I think something else I really like here is Boiling Bubble. It gives us some protection on our summons every time we shuffle or draw pile, but also, just as importantly, once we get to a point in the game where we don't feel like purging anything with Alchemize anymore, the Bubbles gives us a target for our Alchemizes, which can be very strong. Explosive Shield? Explosive Shield, I've heard some mumblings about it being excellent. Oh, I just realized. Explosive Shield makes things bombs. I wonder if they... I think I will pick up Explosive Shield, just to try it out. We bought a lot of cards there, but I don't feel too bad about what's happening. That is all the splitting we'll have to do. Yeah, after all that's been put out here, it doesn't actually feel that scary, believe it or not. Yeah, since this is a primarily volume-centric fight, I'm just gonna use put Nova Control on cooldown now, so that we can churn out as much value as we can, or turn on turn. Yeah, that's not exactly the target I had in mind for... It's not exactly the target I had in mind for Alchemize, so I just kind of chose not to cast it. That might have been a very big mistake, now that I think about it. Oh, those are some nasty... Those are some pretty nasty targets for that. Nice. Oh, right, because homework always reshuffles our discard pile, we get a bubble every time we cast it. That's actually really good. I think... Do I want my steps? I think I want to purge at least one, for what it's worth. Yeah, we can then just explosive shields this guy. Yeah, one thing that we always want to do no matter what is to always play the bubbles that come into our hand, even if, like, no matter what. Because we really don't want them circulating in the actual deck. That would not be very nice for us. Yeah, I think this is about where I want to be. This one doesn't tell you specifically. I guess no, we've seen actually previously that this would not work. Yeah, I think the verdict on Psychic Beam is that, like, it's not as good as I hoped it would be on Garu. Unfortunately. Oh, it did take us a while to draw into Toy Gunner. I guess part of that was because I kept shuffling my draw pile into the discard pile, but I guess I think it's still gonna be fine. Oh, right, because our main guy actually is still over here. Yeah, I was thinking, oh, I'll just move this turret over here with step, but no can do, because the summon we're currently haunting is actually the Toy Gunner. I will slap a shield on it so that we don't have to... Oh, I guess we do still just get hit with it, but it's totally fine. I guess this guarantees that we're able to... Oh, well. I guess that's also helpful. Yeah, I guess let's just cast Meteor Fall. What can possibly go wrong? Turns out nothing. Yeah, that will finish off the fight, and we're walking home with a pretty big payouts. I was about to say Outer Gods is out of the question. Figuratively, but I guess it's not too late for us to try to make it work. Yeah, picking up Toy Gunner really makes me not want to use Outer Gods here, but Blast Legion also has its uses, I think. Oh wait, your player bombs are considered to be summoned, so unfortunately we can't just I don't think we are able to just put explosive shields on something and then point to it and say it's our bomb and our summon. Oh man, I don't know. I really don't know. Yeah, I don't think Blast Legion would be the right pick here. We don't have the need to like get a bunch of them going, but we also kind of really want to keep the one that we have around. I think I'm gonna go against. Yeah, like I should say, like Toy Gunner is very valuable in the later fights because of how precise its output can be. It's able to help you like snipe a hard, snipe a it can help you snipe a heart. It can help you snipe Chaos Blooms. Whereas if I just let go of that and put all my chips into Meteor Fall, sometimes that's not going to help me do exactly what I want. Which I think that strikes out Outer Gods. Blast Legion's always a good chunk of fun. I just don't know if it's going to be exactly what... Oh wait, no, we do have Flare Gun, which will let us play our turrets repeatedly, and there's always the old trick of Nova Control into Blast Fire, or we can just spawn the bomb itself. It's a summon, and then Flare Gun says, wait, what is it? And then like Blast Legion just says, okay, go ahead, sacrifice it. Life is good. We'll pick up Blast Legion here. I think there's some potential. There's some potential there. Oh, it's all is a wall of guardians. That is trouble. That is tough. I think I'll start here. Bit of a shame that like there are no awesome Nova Control sacrifice angles right here. These guys are making life really hard this early. Oh man, now I kind of wish I had my Nova control. Am I just dead from that? Damn. Hold on. I think there was a way that I lived that particular one for what it's worth, but... Bye-bye time angel. Unfortunate. Would have loved to keep that small bit of money and like the time token as well. I guess we can just do this. It's possible that we need to commit to something that resembles, like, just not... something that resembles just not playing, not like shuffling our deck back, if we can help it, before we draw Toy Gunner. I think that will definitely help us, for what it's worth. Yeah. It's not drawing it at all has been kinda tough. Hold on, Jinx. Jinx could do some stuff for us, for sure. I don't love any of these. Eraser is totally fine, I think. What are we up against anyways? The Hemophage. That's always not something you love to hear. Still though, I do think I'll pick up a Razor, just like the other reason I stated earlier. Like, Boiling Bubble gives it a very convenient target in this card, and in the event that we don't or can't do that, we're able to like use the Purge to like slim down our deck a lot, if we wish. Oh jeez, I'm just remembering now how much pressure this really does put on you. I was gonna take it on willy-nilly, but it's making me have some second thoughts. No, let's go in for it. What could possibly go wrong? Well, I don't know. This might. I'm actually very afraid, having stated that, because this could be what ends the run, what ends our streak. After all this time. Oh, I should have. I should have done something different, something that was not that. Ooh. Okay, okay, that's a great start. Is it actually helpful for what we're doing, though? I think, yeah, we need to magical gun, eraser, walk, recess. Oh god, that was... I literally just played the wrong card. Oh, I guess that works out. We do get to kill that guy. It's gonna be tough. It is gonna be very tough for us. That'll take care of both of those. I think while we're at it, we can also try to kill a few of these. Do I want to purge the bubble, or do I want to purge the step? I think it's the step that I want to get rid of. How did that guy die? Oh, his invulnerability wore off because I killed the one guy he was staring at. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for those who don't quite understand how these guys work, anytime this like projected cone of vision from their eye sees an invader, these guys just are invulnerable, and every time they get hit, they rotate 90 degrees clockwise, so if there's a bunch of enemies on the map, it's actually quite tough to hit them. But now that this guy is alone, he will just get a shot in the head. What are we doing here? Swift on the homework might not be too bad, actually. Just getting to move a little bit every turn. I don't hate that. I'll pick that up. I think... yeah, we actually are purging stuff a lot. I think Red Brand, just like the others, like helping us generate mana is going to be very much welcome here. If I remember correctly, Dark Bargain is actually a card that has a lot of potential. Yeah. There is also the pretty low, but definitely not zero chance of us being able to play a Dark Power into Toy Gunner, which I think that warrants its purchase. I could Nova Bomb. I don't think I want to. Even with Blast Legion. I'll restock one more time. Oh, teacher's pet and multi. I think. Oh, but lock and load's also really good. So many decisions to make here. I think teacher's pet's gonna expand the possibilities for. Actually, how much does it do that by? It doesn't actually do as much as I thought it would for the sake of Eraser. The one important thing that it does do is give us more mana, which I think might. Have we gone too far in our quest for mana? We've taken like 1, 2, 3 different artifacts for mana generation. I think I'll actually pick up Lock and Load here just to get a second mana generation card into our. Sorry, get a second card draw spell into our deck. You know what? Put BFG in there as well. This deck is by the standards of any sane person a little bit too bloated, but we have Eraser and we have Alchemize. I think getting a few extra cards into our deck actually isn't that big a deal, but we'll see. Yeah, I will preserve our reroll token here and just accept that we'll have to play around the ticks. It's gonna be a little painful, especially in a fight like this where like keeping your summon around is already very challenging. But we're gonna do our best. One thing that I am a little bit curious about regarding Explosive Shield is if we're able to just put it on a boss, have it become a bomb, and then sacrifice it using Blast Legion. No. We would need to Nova Control first, of course, because that lets us haunt the bomb, and then whether or not we can just sacrifice a boss invader like this. The one I really wanted to test it against was Grandmaster, although that one's a little bit difficult to do because like to remove the Grandmaster's shield, you need to like get already pretty close to killing him. I guess testing it wouldn't be very hard. It's just doing it would feel kind of pointless. Also, Burst Fire has unfortunately like kind of underperformed my expectations on Garu. Much as I am loath to say that. Really not having an awesome first turn here. Is there anything else I can do? I guess I could always do this. Yeah, just put a bomb here. Purge that. Mm. Yeah, again, the first priority during a phase like this is going to be to kill all the purple blobs if you can help it. Currently, we're on just these two, which means we'll have to deal with two of them. But shouldn't be too bad. Something I really want to do consistently during this fight is going to be avoid. It's going to be to avoid having the toy gunner be the haunted summon for as long as I possibly can, because that means that it will not be targeted by the echoes for it will not be targeted by the echoes for their shooting, and like keeping this guy around for as long as possible is definitely going to be one of our win conditions here. The other one being the meteor storm. I guess we can look for a better angle on with the help of. We can look for a better angle on. I wonder who's shooting at this guy specifically. Who is shooting? Or is anyone shooting at him? No, nobody's actually shooting at him. In any case, what the hell was I saying? No. This is early onset dementia. I legit cannot, for the life of me, think of what I was saying just a moment ago. Wait, no! Oh, God, one of the bombs actually killed. Oh no, one of the bombs killed the hemophage that I was counting on killing, hitting the echo on the left there to stop it from channeling Doom. That was such a good run too, but unfortunately our streak does come to an end there. I might have messed around a little too much with this deck. I'm not gonna hold you. Experimenting with stuff left and right and like doing a bunch of stuff, but I do think we still had a pretty functional and very fun deck going. Just a bit of a shame that there was a lapse in my concentration and we do end up losing the run. That's how it goes though. I guess we should still do a deck debrief. Toy Gunner, excellent as always. A little bit awkward out there in some spots, but like we're always able to get value out of it reliably. Meteor Fall, good old pal. I was pretty fond of. I was still having a lot of fun playing around it, even though God knows how many times I've cast it already. Psychic Beam, that's the big loser of today. In that, like, I think picking it on Garu is tantamount to trolling. All of your turrets are constantly shuffling backwards every time you fire bullets with them. Obviously, there are ways for you to play around it. I think our deck was actually probably one of the best decks Garu will ever have to taking advantage of it, because Assemble and Nova Control both, with the help of Blast Legion, both give us outs to like place a summon right in front of the enemy we want to hit, and then we can immediately Psychic Beam. But yeah, this deck had a lot going for it. Garu didn't. Supposedly Garu struggles with mana, but like we got Red Brand, we got the Egg, we got Flare Gun. We could have also like picked up. We could have also picked up. What's the other? Oh yeah, we could have picked up like multi-pass and teacher's pet as well if we wanted more mana generation. And obviously, like homework, lock and load, both of these gave us a lot of card advantage to help us power up the egg. Recess as well. Yeah, I think this is a deck that was built on good principles. It's just that we made a pretty grievous error right towards the end. And that Echo finally got us. A real shame. We were on a pretty long streak too. That was what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we were on a streak of 8, but that is going to end it for us. And unfortunately, that will also end today's video. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll try to start up a streak again, and let's see if we can keep it longer than 8 for the next run. Bye!